Raven chicks born at Tower of London for first time in decades.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Tower of London has welcomed the birth of raven chicks at the historic landmark for the first time in 30 years. Parents Huggin and Moonin, who arrived at the tower in 2018, saw their 4 healthy chicks begin to hatch on St. George's Day. 7 other ravens also reside at the tower. Legend has it that if the ravens ever leave the Tower of London, both the tower and the kingdom will suffer. Yeoman Warder Chris Skyfe, Ravenmaster at the Tower of London, has worked with the ravens for the last 13 years. My suspicions were first piqued that we might have a chance of baby chicks when the parents built a huge nest suddenly overnight, and then almost immediately the female bird started to sit on it, said Mr. Skyfe. Having worked with the ravens here at the tower for the last 13 years and getting to know each of them, I feel like a proud father. One of the chicks will stay at the tower, and having begun to hatch on St. George's Day, that chick will be named George or Georgina.
This post received a score of 3,257, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
If the ravens die or leave the tower, the crown and the kingdom shall fall. Except the ravens are captive and they just buy new ones as needed.
Well, that's just cheating prophecy, isn't it?
As, of course, is tradition.
What a beautiful day for London and therefore the world. The ravens are named after Woden's ravens.
His thought and memory.
That's right.
Ravenmaster is a hell of a title.
Greater than Yeoman Warder Chris Skyfe, Ravenmaster at the Tower of London. I feel like this guy needs to hand out quests or teach people some really badass skills.
That's because they couldn't afford the rent on a place like that.
There is a really good and interesting book written by the current Ravenmaster for those interested. The book is titled The Ravenmaster, My Life with the Ravens at the Tower of London by Christopher Skyfe. The audiobook is read by him as well. He's lived quite a life and is a great storyteller.
He also has a YouTube channel. Fascinating guy with an interesting job.
Greater than legend has it that if the ravens ever leave the Tower of London, both the tower and the kingdom will suffer. Is that why he brought the raven outside?
Wait, is this global news?
Hashtag just Anglosphere things.
Quoth the raven.
Bo, OMG.
Well, that seals it. New royal baby is the Antichrist. Going full Game of Thrones, is it?
Corn. Oh god, didn't one of the birds in the book keep screaming this? I want to say it was with Sam when he and Gilly were going to the Citadel. I'm probably wrong. Jorah Mormont's bird was the most actively vocal one. He said corn and snow and a few other things, but those 2 in particular.
Greater than Jorah Mormont's bird was the most actively vocal one. He said corn and snow and a few other things, but those 2 in particular. And King. Oh my god, the 3-eyed raven was trying to tell us all. Snow, King, it all makes sense. Jon Snow is a fan of the movie King Corn. He's preparing the 7 kingdoms from its true enemies, diabetes and obesity. See, Brexit is already having benefits.
Appearing in pro-Brexit propaganda in 3, 2, 1.
Unfortunate SN.
Last year I was fortunate enough to visit the tower and I was amazed of these birds. One of them seemed to know how beautiful it was and posed as people, myself included, took photos. I didn't know they are so big, we don't have those in my country.
I saw the ravens about a decade ago. Being from the US, I am familiar with blackbirds and crows, but I had never seen a raven before. I didn't realize just how much bigger than a crow they are.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.